the tithe. Am I sick because I didn't pay my tithe to the church? Am I cursed with the curse because I did not tithe? Let's get to the bottom of the tithe today, right now. Thank you for landing on my channel, where you will find the best teachings on divine healing. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that old bell so you'll be notified when I post new content every week, every single Wednesday. Hey, my name is Tony Myers. I was healed of Lou Gehrig's disease. I have 4 books on divine healing. Recently, I was featured on the 700 Club, and I've led thousands to be able to acknowledge their healing. So the tithe. This is so misunderstood and so mistaught. Now, first, I'm just going to tell you what the tithe consisted of, and I'll give you some scriptures about this. With Abraham, Abraham tithed a tenth of what he got, a tenth of the loot of the booty that he got when he went into and rescued Lot. Okay? And he gave, it was out of the abundance of what he had captured. And it was a tenth of it. And he gave that to Melchizedek because he stated, let no man say that I have made Abraham rich. Okay, so that's with Abraham. Let's look at Jacob. Jacob made a vow. And this you will find in Genesis 28:22. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee. Okay, so this is where it started. Now, the tithe was always from the land within the boundaries of Israel. Those that lived outside of Israel did not have to tithe. Those that were fishermen, such as Peter, he did not have to tithe. It was from the land. Anything that grew from the land, anything that was in the land. So, part of the tithe were flocks, were animals. That was a part of it. And it was from the increase. So, let's go to Deuteronomy 14:22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed, and that the field bringeth forth year by year. Okay? The tithe was never money. And in fact, later on, and if the way, this is in 24, if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money, and bind up the money in thine hand, and shall go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose, and thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for so whatever thy soul desireth, thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thine household. Okay? So the tithe was always a consumable. It was always within the boundaries of Israel, and it was never money. notice in that verse, you take it in thy hand, you carry it, then you buy whatever your soul lusteth after, which it names things, oxen, wine. Okay? And then we have Deuteronomy 26:12, which the tithe was to be given to the Levitical priesthood, and they consumed it because they were not given land. And it was also for the fatherless, for the widow, and for the stranger. When thou hast made an end of tithing, all the tithes of thine increase, the third year, which is the year of tithing, and hast given it unto the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, that they may eat within thy gates and be filled. And so that's what the tithe consisted of. It was never money. It was always consumable so that the tither could eat, the Levite could eat, the fatherless could eat, the widow could eat, the stranger could eat. That's what the tithe was all about. Okay, so now let's get and answer the question. Let's look at this. Now, everyone uses Malachi, the book of Malachi, and they use 3. Will a man, 3:8, will a man rob God? Yet he have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. Okay, so this is the verse that preachers use to beat you over the head to make people pay a tithe to the church when they can't pay their electric bill. So you have robbed God. Okay, let's look at this. This is Malachi 1, verse 6. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is my honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests, that despise my name. And ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? Ye have offered polluted bread upon mine altar. And ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person, saith the Lord of hosts? The book of Malachi is directed towards the priesthood, the Levitical priesthood. Now let's look at 2, 6 through 7. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him a life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me and was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found on his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did not turn away many from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. But ye are departed out of this way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. It's to the priesthood, people. And the whole book is to the priesthood. They were robbing God. So one, it's got to be consumable, and then it's meant for the Levitical priesthood, the fatherless, the widow, and the stranger. Not to also mention it was consumed by the tither as well. So using Malachi to beat people over the head is not correct. Okay? Should we give? We should give. This is not a message not to give to your church. Are you under an obligation? If you don't give, are you under the curse of the curse? No. You are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me. No, that is not true. Did God make you sick because you did not tithe? No, he did not. In the new covenant, we are to give and give abundantly. You are free to give as you will. Give not out of obligation. So I'm saying, feel free to bless your pastor. Feel free to bless your church. They need to keep the electricity on. But don't be beat over the head in condemnation if you cannot give. That was the whole purpose of the tithe, so that everyone could prosper and eat. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully this helps to relieve you of the obligation. I say give abundantly. I give to my church. I give to my pastor. And give abundantly, but don't feel like if you do not have money to give, then the church should be the ones to be there for you. And especially if you're a widow, an orphan, a fatherless, or a stranger. You see, we've got this all mixed up and turned around. We are made to feel obligated, and that's what this is about. No, you are not sick because you did not give a tithe or because you missed a tithe. So in Jesus' name, be blessed, be healed, and be a blessing. Hit that subscribe button. Click that bell so that you can get updates every Wednesday when I post a new teaching. And I hope that this teaching has cleared up the tithes. It was a very quick and short one. There's a lot of verses that I could have shown. Join my private Facebook group, by the way. The link's in the description. And it is absolutely free. Within you will find exclusive teachings, and you will also find 2 of my books, the free PDF for them, which you are welcome to read. God bless you.